How's it going, YouTube? So this will be a slight follow-up to the events of last night. I'm glad Matches got a kick out of it, because you probably would have been falling out of your chair had you seen the conversation that had happened after I had turned the camera off. I didn't want a 20-minute video of me harassing a life insurance sales lady. Although it was quite fun, I wish it were a sport, because I'd be an avid player in life insurance lady harassment. Hard time giving. I wonder if they gave her a script when she took that job, because according to her, I needed to take out a life insurance policy that night, because one day my body was going to be screwed up, and I couldn't say no anymore after that. And Thomas, I should introduce her to the Mormons, but then they would collectively pester me. I don't... Oh man. Smoking my Wellington with some Dunhill early morning pipe in it. And me and Matches already have an agreement that should that sales lady return today, that I'm going to tape that conversation and call it "Let's Buy Some Life Insurance." A comedy parody. She didn't leave until 11 o'clock that last night. She was at the neighbors the whole time. And I imagine they bought life insurance. I don't know. I don't need any benefits, as she called them. If you take out a $30,000 policy, it only costs you about $30 a month. Now, if I got $30 laying around, why am I not spending it on something productive, like pipe tobacco? Gotta use the noodle sometimes. You know, I'm gonna switch hands. I'm gonna try it this way for a while. Another still morning, no cars. It rained again last night, and I think it's supposed to rain all day. Every weekend thus far has been raining. I don't like this very much. I'm going to switch back. Woo! A little windy here again. A little cold. Shivering every once in a while. I shiver at the thought of life insurance that looms on the horizon. I can finally smoke a lot of Kia Blend without it biting the crap out of me. I finally mastered the slow... That's a woodpecker. Boy, I'm pretty ADHD. I think I'm too ADHD for YouTube. Oh yes, and so there's pipe tobacco. Squirrel! I figured out how to... I mastered the sipping of the a lot of Kia Blends so that I can actually feel my tongue the next morning. I'm gonna have to stabilize this video because I'm pretty shaky right now. That insurance lady's actually been trying to get the neighbor for a week, and every time she said she'll come back, you know, for the next day, he leaves. and they don't just see that someone's not home and then just go back home. They like stick around and wait for them and try to sell insurance to me. Comes a car. Yeah, those were two newbies because, oh, here comes another. Oh yeah, those were newbies. They were on their cell phones. They had important business affairs to attend to while driving. I can't answer the phone while driving to save my life, which is, and no pun intended, because if I were, I'd probably kill myself. Maybe I should take out that life insurance. It's a pretty nice day here, kind of. It would dry up and warm up, and there's another car coming now. It's like a newbie going too fast. It's amazing what you can figure out about people's driving habits over a few bowls throughout the day. And last night I was smoking a bowl of Captain Black Royal. I got some gurgle going on now too. Might have to run a pipe cleaner through it. I don't know if I brought one with me. No, I don't think I did. There we go. Shake some of that loose dottle off the top. And those drugstore blends are almost too aromatic for me. There's not any substance there as far as like the flavor goes. I know they're pretty one-dimensional, being mostly Burley or Cavendish in Virginia or Burley in Virginia, which those two are usually base tobaccos, which doesn't add much depth or complexity to the overall taste of the tobacco. But I could probably add some mixing Latakia or some mixing Perique to a couple of them and maybe make them a little better. I may give up the Captain Black because it just doesn't do much for me. And I noticed that every pouch of Sir Walter Raleigh I've bought has been like really dried out. And I can't remember if that's how the first one was or not. But it makes it smoke pretty hot. This needs a relight too. Another car. That might be a newbie. Yeah, that was a newbie. that was two people. That was what looked like a dad and a daughter, and they looked at me like I had 7 heads. Imagine all the flavors of tobacco I could take in if I had 7 heads. I wouldn't have enough pipes. I should be getting the stem for the pipe that Shadrach sent me. Pretty excited for that. I I went a little crazy and sprung for a vulcanite stem. A vulcanite tapered, crap, what's it called? Tapered tenon, like the what you see on the freehands. I thought that looked pretty good with the pipe. And matches. If that insurance lady does show up and I do get this video up, I think you said you were going to be working today in the last matches moments. Hopefully this can be a little uplift either during or after work, depending on when you get a chance to see it. Or whenever if you're not working. Here comes another car. I do believe that one just went down, so perhaps they're lost. And I'm not going to help them should they come back down, because quite frankly, I don't really like people that much. So, ooh, here comes a truck. One of those big, smelly, grumbly diesel things. Sounds like a school bus. And it gets around here, and it's a Ford F-150. It's, yep. Here comes. Lifted about 8 feet off the ground with 27-inch tires and an all-terrain vehicle in the back. That's a trip. So I think, who was it? His handle's just a number. What was it? 53 something 89. He's that old guy with that really thick Welsh accent. Man, he's cool. I love him. I love that one he just posted about his younger days and the way he dresses. He dresses cool. I wish I could dress like that. Teddy Boys, he said they were called. Man, he's a cool guy. I watch just about all his videos too. Well, I think that's about all I got for right now. There'll be another one should that life insurance sales lady make another appearance. Matches. As always, gents, it's a pleasure.